Welcome everyone. Today let's unbox the brand new Adidas Terrex Free Hiker Cold Ready Boot in core black and gray. For reference, this is the women's version and we'll go over sizing a little later on during the on-foot portion. This boot by Adidas is specifically designed to keep you warm, insulated, dry, but then also comfortable during long hikes. Quite a bit of tech goes into the boot itself to ensure it performs as it's intended, but then to also provide you ultimate comfort. Yes, there is 3M present on the sneaker, and we'll see that a little later on, but for the upper, it is comprised of prime knit, which provides sock-like comfort throughout the entire wear of the shoe. And there is also some stretch present in the material itself to allow for a more customizable fit. For the tech that makes this perfect for winter, you have the Cold Ready system, which allows layering to lock in heat, but also continue to have airflow throughout the upper of your foot so you don't overheat while wearing the boot. And the actual Free Hiker itself is laceless, so you simply unzip the outer layer here and slide your foot inside. You can also see the sock liner present is another layer that allows for warmth and comfort. On top of Boost, which provides ultimate comfort and returns energy while wearing the boot itself, you have the GORE-TEX technology present as well, so no matter what, you will remain dry while wearing this boot. And finally, the outer sole is comprised of continental rubber to ensure you have plenty of grip while walking in the winter. Because it has Boost, of course, it's extremely comfortable. It also has EVA support to assist the Boost itself. So if you're looking for a winter boot that will give you a 10 out of 10 comfort, this is absolutely it. This is the women's version. There is also a men's version. This is a 6.5 in women's, which will convert for Adidas to a 5.5 in men. So I went down a half size from my true men's 6. With the toe box being wider than normal, this works for me going a half size down. You may need to test it out. However, I hope you enjoyed this brand new Adidas Terrex Free Hiker Cold Ready Boot in the core black and gray colorway. First review of 2022, not a sneaker, and I am okay with that. I live in a climate where winter is truly coming. I need to be prepared. This will get worn a lot more than any of the other sneakers I pick up this season.
I surround my soul with the positivity. That's why I don't worry about the things that I don't see, yeah. These days I don't worry about much. I think we should have some more fun. I still dream about the days when we were young. I'll take a hit and still.
What's going on, everybody? It's your girl TJ back. Another video talks with TJ, aka TJ2 Swoosh T Yeezy, MA2 TJ T Essentials. We'll keep them all around for right now. Thanks so much for tuning into this video. A little bit of a change up just so you guys can get the heart of the review first, and then we'll move into talking about the boot itself because you probably wanted to see the shoe in hand and then on foot. And we're talking about the Terrex Hiker now. This is not the very first boot that you guys have seen. I have the Yeezy, the Knit Runner boot, but let's be honest, in winter, there are a few boots probably within your collection. Some that you want to wear out because they actually coordinate really well with your fit and you're trying to get a fit off possibly. And then you have some boots that are just practical in essence, like that's what they are. They really do repel water and snow, but you also don't mind beating them up a little bit. And they can withstand it. And I think that's where the Terrex Hiker really comes into play because no, I'm not going to wear the Knit Runner boot in all conditions, like at all times, especially when I'm like walking in really deep snow. I won't do that. This is where the Terrex boot comes in. So we have the Adidas boot here that you guys were able to see in the unboxing and for the on foot. Now, in terms of other colorways, there are other options out there. I know right now, like on Adidas, they have the blue and black version, I believe, and then you have some other Adidas boots that you can check out, and they are really colorful. I know that Eddie Wynn unboxed it and like definitely caught my attention, so that's another option that you can explore. And I like that Adidas is playing around with a lot of color. Now again, these are hiking boots and that's why they have the Boost incorporated into the shoe itself, so you are comfortable on these longer literal treks through whatever terrain you're on. I have zero intention of wearing these to hike, but if you get something that has a very specific purpose, your day-to-day use of it, even if it's not up to that magnitude of activity, will still still fare okay. So I am excited to have this. Now, there are some other options in terms of boots. Maybe the Adidas boot is not for you. It's not one that you're interested in. But I know, looking on Instagram, there was another boot, and I'm going to pull the name up, Nike ACG Mountain Fly GORE-TEX. So you still have GORE-TEX incorporated into this Nike boot as well. Just different style, but it's still kind of similar, because looking at it here, you're still not dealing with laces, which I'm a fan of that. Like, you don't necessarily want to deal with laces. Your hands are cold. Allow me to just pull the boot on, zip the front up, and keep it moving. Now, what is interesting about this Adidas hiker boot that you guys are able to see, sizing, I guess, a little different, just because it, at least for me personally, now there are tons of reviews about go up, go down. For what you guys are able to see here for my foot, okay, 6.5, and this is women's, but you have to keep in mind the way Adidas does their sizing. So it'll be 6.5. They'll do like a 1-to-1 conversion. So like a women's 6.5 would be a men's 5.5 for them. And that means that I technically only went down a half size from my true men's size of a 6. And that's actually what I do for Timberland boots. I go down a half size to a 5.5 because boots tend to run a little bigger. And this is wider in the forefoot, so it works for me. Being able to just slip my foot inside, still have room in the front of my foot, but then the rest of the boot works. So again, you can just zip up the front. I'll be honest with you, unless it is like crazy snow out, I'll probably leave it just unzipped down. I don't know why, I just tend to care for that a little bit more in terms of aesthetic than it zipped all the way up, but you can certainly zip it all the way up. So word of advice, if you're able to get in store, try it on. If you can't, you're able to return it to Adidas if that's where you choose to order it from. I was able to just get mine from Clicks when I was in Milwaukee in December, so that's when I actually picked this up. So this is truly a 2021 sneaker boot added to the collection. You guys are just seeing it in 2022 because I had all of the other videos to get out to end the year. But in 2022, I think it's smart to be a little more practical and intentional with what you're picking up, depending on the climate you live in. Like for some that live in Florida, California, right? Like there are certain shoes they never go for because they understand it doesn't make sense. They're never going to get to wear a shoe that is super insulated and meant to really keep you warm in colder weather. They don't deal with that, so they don't even go for certain shoes that offer those aspects. So smart. For me, listen, boots make sense. Now I don't know how many boots I need logically in my collection, but I am open to maybe trying out the Nike boot. The previous Nike snow boots that I had, I actually I gave them away. I donated them to a friend to just give to someone else that would be able to wear them, because they were really hard and rigid and just not comfortable whatsoever, and they were a pain to wear in the winter. I just kind of dealt with it. But now that I have this, listen, the Boost, you guys already know, extremely comfortable, and then the fact that it does have mesh incorporated into the boot, so it's breathable. I've had a good experience with it so far. So please go ahead, comment your thoughts below on the brand new Adidas Terrex Hiker Cold Dry Boot. Great technology incorporated into the boot itself, and I'm sure, like I said, this will get a lot of wear outside of some of the other sneakers. Listen, a lot of suede will not be worn in the winter, and that's just smart. So if you're brand new and you like what you see, go ahead, hit the subscribe, hit the like. I really appreciate it. Stay tuned for more videos. Definitely plan for a lot of content throughout the week. And as always, act your age, not your shoe size. Peace.